do you think is going to be in the X-Men when they do it, though? Do you think it's going to be a recast Wolverine, Cyclops, Jean, Rogue,
Well, I think
Storm?
they're gonna need to like get in like a younger group of people is the thing.
Oh, X-Men First Class.
No, I think it's gonna be younger than them for the most part.
12-year-olds? No one's going to want to watch that.
No, because like James McAvoy is like in his 40s.
No, they're going to recast everybody.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But it's gonna need to be younger people.
No, I'm asking for the characters. I don't care about the actors.
Oh,
Weirdo. What do you think I was at? Why do you think I was saying like actual people's, like the actual characters? Like I wasn't saying James McAvoy. I don't know anyone else that they cast because I can't remember any actor from that.
I thought you were asking for
There's that dude who's in that thing.
actors.
The guy. What's that guy's name? Beast. I remember
Nicholas Hoult.
Nicholas Hoult. But he's
Yeah.
already been upstaged by Kelsey Grammer again.
Because Kelsey Grammer is Beast.
He's the true Beast. And with that being said, the champagne's been popped. The wine is flowing. We just watched a Twilight Zone, so you know where we're going. We're going on a backlot tour. And I'm your tour guide, Captain Zach, and this is what he always is, Beans.
You know, or Jana, but you know, it does kind of work to mention that we were just watching Twilight Zone with what we're discussing today.
Oh, yeah. Oh, man.
I thought you did that on purpose.
Tell them what we're talking about today, Beans.
We are
Or
talking
Jana.
about Jollywood Nights.
Holly Jolly Nights.
They could have come up with a better name, that is for sure.
Jollywood. Welcome to Jollywood.
Jollywood Nights, which is the holiday party that they have at Disney's Hollywood Studios at the Walt Disney World Resort.
Wait, why did you say at the Walt Disney World? They know where this is.
I don't know. I think it's because
weirdo.
like on Instagram, if
Are you a
use all the
commercial? Are you
keywords-
advertising for something right now?
Yes.
That was weird.
Disney.
They're fine. They don't need our advertising. They can pay us if they want us to advertise. You
Torture
know,
paste.
we're a slow burn. An acquired taste. We're Siegfried and Roy. We're Simon and Garfunkel.
Don't they hate each other now?
No. Siegfried and Roy, one of them died.
No, Simon and Garfunkel.
No, they're fine.
Okay. Anyways, Jollywood Nights at Hollywood Studios. This is
I thought it was Holly Jolly Nights because that's what I said it was.
Yeah, you say things. But
Thanks. You say things.
But
Good
this
one.
is the first time that Hollywood Studios has had a themed party.
And this is what I said
Like they've done after hours parties, and this is the first.
like a year ago. I was like, why aren't you guys doing theme parties? You have a easy park to decorate for a themed party. You have a small park. You've got cooler like areas to do it in, I think. And they finally did it.
Yeah.
Thoughts?
And on that note, when you're saying that they've got like cooler areas to do it in and stuff,
I was just thinking of Hollywood Boulevard, like Sunset and Vine or whatever. Sunset Boulevard?
Yes.
Yeah, Sunset.
They kept everything to that side of the park, but I don't want to get into that yet.
They really did. Well, you don't want to do it with like Star Wars. That'd be weird.
Okay, so
Life Day, though.
we did not go to the first party. We were at the third party, I think, and they only had 10. They started like early December.
Was this just like a test?
And December 28th.
then?
I think maybe. Okay, so Jollywood Nights, it goes from 8:30 to 12:30.
A little late for us.
Yeah. But you can get in as early as I think 7:00. And there are places to check in within the park if you're already in there. And then there's also the check-in like going into the park to get it. And to my understanding of after watching lots of vloggers, the first party was a disaster.
Sounds like it was a real shit show.
Yes. Which made me like really nervous about our party.
We're like, this is going to suck.
And the party features like 2 exclusive shows, a Muppet variety show that takes place at Theater of the Stars, which is where Beauty and the Beast is.
Well, also there's like that fireworks show or whatever that was at the end. The
Oh, yeah,
projection.
that too.
But we skipped that because we were like, this looks lame.
Well, we'll get there.
We'll get there.
And then there's A Nightmare Before Christmas sing-along, which is in the Hyperion Theater, which is normally
I
the
never knew the name of this place.
Frozen sing-along.
Frozen sing along.
Yeah. They had stuff like Commissary Lane. That was more Latin flair, more Feliz Navidad themed. And then like the Sunset Boulevard and and Hollywood. That was
the Tip Top Club had a band too, which is awesome. That was actually
well,
really
that's
cool.
part of Sunset Boulevard.
Oh, I separate that because I'm like, this is way cooler than the rest of it, just because. So
Yeah. Okay.
continue.
So
Continue. I'm sorry to interrupt.
starting off the night, we ate at Docking Bay 7.
Solid.
Yeah, before the party officially started. And when we were leaving Galaxy's Edge to go pick up our badges and stuff, they actually had a check-in at Muppets. And we went right through that very quickly and then went to Baseline to go get a drink. Because, we had heard that the drink and food lines were, 2-hour long waits. And this is only a 4-hour party.
Yeah, I think that's why the first one was such a disaster, is because everyone was just waiting.
Yeah. So it probably takes about 10, 15 minutes to get our drinks at Baseline once we got in line.
I feel like that was the longest line for what we
Yeah.
had to wait.
It was, but throughout the night I saw lines at, I don't think it's like Fairfax or like Hollywood Scoops and that.
Oh, yeah.
The
Some of those
line
were
was like
insane.
down the street, After we got our drinks from Baseline, we went and lined up for the Muppet Variety Show. That was probably like around 8:15,
Doesn't
8:20.
matter what it was, but we got in
Yeah.
with plenty of time. Like, I thought we
There
were
were
gonna,
still seats up front.
there was like a huge line, and we actually got really good seats. Mm-hmm. And then it
I
just
don't know
kept
why
filling
people
up.
weren't sitting up front.
I don't know, but like, I can't believe how big that theater is. I didn't realize how many people that held.
Yeah. It was huge.
So, anyways, we got our drinks. We're good. We get to see Kermit and Piggy. That's all I cared about.
But Belle is in her Christmas dress. And she started singing her song from Belle's Enchanted Christmas.
Don't know what that is. Keep going.
Oh, I cried.
Yeah, you were crying.
I cried. I loved it so much. That show was just like so good. It was so good.
It was way better than the Nightmare Before Christmas one. I think it's the Muppets one was really good, but the other show, I think it's dependent on who you're there with,
Yes.
because it's a sing along. All it is, it's like there's like these two actors on stage, kind of like doing like some just weird.
Opening gifts.
Yeah, it's just
That,
kind of odd. But then like they would go into musical numbers where we would just play basically the video from the movie and like have like a bouncing like sing along thing. No one was singing, so it was just like.
But they'd also have characters out and doing stuff, Like there's like the big Jack Skellington
Jack
from
Skellington
the
came
Halloween
out,
party.
and then just the Oogie Boogie came in later.
Yeah.
That was it. There wasn't anything else.
It was still good. It was still
Yeah,
fun.
it was entertaining, but I think it would have been better. I felt like it was a rowdy crowd. Actually,
Yeah.
it should have been like a Rocky Horror Picture Show. See, like
Everyone
like
seemed
that.
like they wanted to go to bed.
we're
Like they
just
were
ready.
crashing. I mean, so we did the 8:45 Muppet show, and that show would be on the 45s. So 8:45, 9:45, 10:45, maybe 11:45. I'm not sure. Probably. And then the Nightmare Before Christmas sing along was like 8:30, 9:30, 10:30, 11:30, and we did the 10:30 show.
All right.
I'm just saying.
This doesn't compare to what actually happened the night, because like I think
Yeah.
our view of this night is swayed because we went to the Tower of Terror because there wasn't a line. We went to the Tip Top Club, you got some drinks.
No, we didn't. We hadn't gone to
We haven't even gone there.
we like walked up, and I don't think the band was playing yet. They were taking their breaks. They were like, let's go ride Tower of Terror. We didn't have drinks yet again. So normally we like go through the DAS line because I get a DAS pass. And since there was no wait, I wanted to go through the regular queue because it's like I can, there's not going to be anything that's like bothering me to be going through the regular queue. And I never get to see that, any like that side, with how the lines are set up.
So we get to the
yeah.
atrium, like, And we
the
get
lobby.
we get to start taking pictures like unimpeded by people.
And like if people came up, we were like, "Oh, go around." You know, we're just taking pictures. Don't wait on us.
And then a cast member comes up to us and says, "Do you want to just come over here and take pictures?" And we're
Brendan,
like,
his name was Brendan. I still need to write my thank you email.
we were just
my
like,
guest
I
services
looked at him. I was
email.
like, I don't think we're allowed. Don't give us this power. Like he opened the velvet rope.
He's like,
and
"You
we
want
were-
to come by?"
And we were just walking around in the Tower of Terror.
again started crying.
Yeah, you were. It was a bit extra, but I was just like, this feels wrong on so many levels of like, but then he showed us details that you would never see in your life of like,
He knew so much.
yeah, it was really fascinating just to see like stuff that was back in the back.
He's been working on this attraction exclusively for 2 years. Like, so normally the cast members, when you're assigned to an attraction, you like bounce around in attractions.
Yeah.
But he has been exclusive to Tower of Terror.
So we got to walk around. We got to ring the bell. She got to sit on the couch. We're by the tapestry and the fireplace. We got to see
Your picture
all.
right in front of the fireplace.
Yeah, we got pictures of all the stuff close up of like all the stuff you never get to see.
like next to the couch on the table with the lamp and like the teacup and everything. There is like a lipstick stain on the cup, and it's not even facing anywhere where you could see it, but it's just kind of like that level of detail.
Well, I think you could tell that we were really fans of the Tower of Terror. But I was like, when we got back there, I was like, we even have a Tower of Terror bathroom, and I didn't have any good pictures of it. So I was like, I'll show you our Haunted Mansion dining room here, so you know we're not lying.
But imagine that Tower of Terror theme in a bathroom.
Yeah, I think that shaped the night a bit more. Had that not happened, I think it would have been like fine, but that just took it over the top.
We were there for 30 minutes, I think.
Yeah,
just
we were
back there.
We were just back there, just sitting around taking pictures of just the Tower of Terror and asking questions.
Like he was going through like every single detail with us, and it was so cool. It was like one of the best experiences I think I've ever had in my whole life.
Wow, that's high up there.
Like especially when it comes to Disney experiences, that is like
You're like Club 33,
a top 5.
Tower of Terror. What are the top 5?
Okay.
Club 33.
Well, Tower of Terror.
That's number 1.
I'm not saying number 1. I'm just saying top 5.
If we had an in-show exit of Haunted Mansion, I think that would be my number 1. I would freak out.
Yeah.
If we actually walked out. If the ride broke down and we walked out. Because we only had to do that. We've had to do that twice, right? It was with the Great Movie Ride. We were stuck under the alien, which was terrifying. And on the People Mover, right?
Yeah.
So if we ever did that on Haunted Mansion, I think I would just like lose my shit. It'd be hard for me not to like touch things.
Yeah. Oh, he let us touch things.
Yeah, we touched the bell.
I touched
I touched some spider webs.
Yeah. It was
I was like, I don't think I'm supposed to be doing this. This feels weird.
I know. I was just
Wait, what was
like-
your top 5 then?
I was like, can I sit on the
your
couch? And he's
top-
like, yeah.
You have a picture of you?
I never like think about how like the cast members are going back there all the time.
Yeah, they don't give a shit. They're
you
just
know,
like,
but to me, it's just like, no, this is like a historic piece. We have to leave
this
it
is
how
hallowed sacred ground.
it was left
Brandon, don't let us do this. Stop
in
letting us do this.
1939. Like
Stop.
this is from 1939. Oh, and he showed us like the luggage that's off to the side that they actually like it's actual vintage luggage.
Yeah, you're like,
and like some
he was
super
like, it's da da
expensive
da da.
brand.
And you're like, oh.
Like I
And
knew.
we don't know
and
this.
I
We don't know this designer.
But it was.
What were your top 5 then? It was that.
It is that.
Club 33.
Went to Club 33 with a friend.
And that's it. Top 5.
Star Cruiser. And when Ashley and David Eckstein were on it, and I got to spend some quality time with them a few times.
Are you
on
crying
it.
right now?
No.
Okay. You sound like you're crying.
Our first time on Star Cruiser, me and you. And
Everything else sucks.
this has been like the best Disney year ever.
But I thought it was the darkest timeline.
It is the darkest timeline, but it's the best Disney year ever.
Well, what was your 5th?
I don't know. I have to think on that. What
What
are some other? Maybe our wedding,
Oh, okay.
honeymoon, engagement. I'll lump
Afterthought.
all those together.
The afterthought. You're like, that was, I guess, that's fine.
We got engaged, married, and honeymooned at Disney, so I'll put those all in one bucket.
Mine would be stupid. I feel like they'd be like, oh, the one time we stopped in front of the 5 singing busts in the Haunted Mansion. That was cool.
I was gonna say like when Olivia's first Disney trip, when she was like 10 weeks old, and it was storming, and they let us go like right back through.
Oh, we got through the Haunted Mansion, and then they
took
just
us in like
walk right
a
through again, and we're like, oh my gosh,
cast
this is the
member
best.
only area. Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I have to think. We've been a lot.
Yeah. But those are all the ones that stick out the most.
Okay,
in my
anyways,
mind.
continue with this party because I don't know what else to talk about there.
So yeah, after that we went to the Tip Top Club. Rode the ride, went to the Tip Top Club and got a couple drinks and everything. And that was fun. I really like the Tip Top Club, but like the way that Disney had describes like, oh yeah, there's gonna be like dancing and stuff at the Tip Top Club, and like nobody was dancing.
Well, the Tip Top Club is at the outside in the
the courtyard.
It's
yeah.
not. They should have, like, if they could have done this, like it should have been up those stairs on like the second level, so you're actually in somewhere.
That's dreaming too big, Zach.
I wanted to go to the top level of the Tower Terror and actually have the Tip Top Club.
But like, I think what Disney should have done there, if they wanted,
go at the top and have it be the Tip Top Club.
No, we have to be realistic.
That is realistic. You could do that.
No.
How would that not be realistic?
I just don't think.
You could just build the top layer and actually make it a functioning like Tip Top Club. That'd be amazing.
It would be amazing, but that's not on the docket.
Okay.
I think though, sticking with how Disney described the party, that this was going to be, like dancing and everything at the Tip Top Club, and nobody was dancing and stuff. They were just like getting their drinks and watching the band and then moving on. So, in like reality, there really wasn't much happening at the Tip Top Club. What they should have done is had like some cast
flapper
members,
singers, like flapper dancer kind of
things. Yeah, like actual cast members, like dressed for it and everything, and actually like dancing.
Well, by that logic, also during the sing along, they probably should have had some plants in the audience singing along.
Yeah,
to like encourage people, because I think everyone was like timid and not doing anything, and I was like,
but I saw like Mammoth Club, like. So they did the second party, which is when, Disney got their stuff together or more so got their stuff together. They said that like their group was like singing a ton, and that it was like so much fun, and like they liked it better than the Muppet one. And, they like love the Muppets. So I think it's just like one of those things
like maybe the later one, like the end of the night one, if people are tipsy and being like, I'm ready to just sing.
I don't care anymore.
Yeah.
And I definitely say this is not a party for children.
No, it's not.
No.
It's not like a child park, really, unless you're going to like Toy Story Land. The rest of it's not really child friendly. So.
Yeah. We never made it over to Commissary Lane to check out that area. We did not stay for the fireworks. We started to stay, and like once the projection show started, we were just like, I'm not really into this show.
What is that called? The elf? What is that elf thing?
Prep and Landing.
Prep and Landing. I was like, I don't like this, so I'm going
to... Well, I mean, the show itself is called Jingle Bell, Jingle Bam.
Well, at this point, I was thinking, I think I might have been getting COVID at this point, so I think I was...
We were tired.
We were tired, but I was like, I got COVID 2 days later, so like maybe it was already happening.
Well, you tested positive 2 days later. We don't know when you actually had it.
Then we Ubered, thank goodness, because we didn't want to be on a bus with everyone, and we got home.
Yeah, so you're like, let's just go and leave. And it's like, okay, well, do you want to wait for a bus, or do you just want to call a Lyft? And called a Lyft, and we were home by the time that the party was actually ending.
Yeah, that was nice.
So we didn't have to fight any crowds or anything. They give you 2 coasters when you're leaving. Yeah, like little wooden coasters.
In terms of like how much you're paying for these, like they usually give you some sort of, hey, free sodas and waters, or
the
free,
after parties,
like,
and
some sort of snack. They didn't give you anything.
Yeah, like at Mickey's Not So Scary.
You get tons of candy.
Yeah, you're doing all the trick or treating and all
cocoa,
the candy.
I think.
No, not there.
They used to
That's
do that.
at the Very Merry.
That's the Very. Okay.
At the Very Merry Christmas party at Magic Kingdom, they do all the cookies and the cocoa and apple cider. What was the one we got like free soda and water and popcorn? Those are the after hours.
That was
parties.
the after hours. Okay.
And Moonlight Magic for DVC.
Okay, that's what I'm thinking of, because they would just give you popcorn and like drinks, and you're like, I was like, this is the best.
Yeah.
Just give me that popcorn.
Yeah. So there are a lot of things that we did not do.
What did we not do there?
We did not get any of the specialty food.
No, I don't care about that.
For one thing. But, people do.
I got a pretzel.
Care about that. And,
I'm special pretzel.
Gluten-free. And this is the thing about Disney and parties that drives me insane, is the special offerings they have during the parties are not gluten-free friendly whatsoever.
Well, it's also
You know?
like if you're thinking about waiting in line for like even 30 minutes for a 4-hour party, that's insane.
Yeah. That's another
It's like
thing
an
is
eighth of your time waiting in line for one thing.
this party should be an hour longer and then half an hour earlier. Like, just make it the same as like the Magic Kingdom
Like
parties.
7 to 12.
Yeah.
Just make it that. And just close everyone out at like 6.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
like, why not?
I think this just felt like they were testing and just seeing what worked.
Yeah, I'm probably getting all the feedback too. So I can't wait to see what they do with it next year.
I think they needed to do like one more show or a parade maybe. Because like they don't do parades there. I think that would actually
anymore.
be kind of easy for them.
Or just like the cavalcades coming
Yeah,
through.
like a cool little cavalcade down like Sunset.
We did go to Toy Story Land to ride Slinky Dog Dash.
Did we?
Yeah.
Oh,
Do you not remember that?
nope.
I've got the picture to prove it.
I bet it was awesome.
It wasn't.
Oh.
Yeah, Toy Story Land was the only area that had wait times. And I think it's because of the people who did bring their kids. Like,
Did we go to Star Wars area besides eating?
we did Rise of the Resistance before we ate.
Did we do Star Tours?
Maybe. I think we did Star Tours. Yeah, we did Star Tours.
We had been early in
Yeah.
the day and we did stuff, and then we
Went back,
came
rested.
back, then went back because
Yeah.
we knew we were going to stay out late,
Yeah.
which didn't help because we were tired as anything.
Yeah. And we did Star Tours when we got there. Then we did Rise of the Resistance, and then we ate. But Rise of the Resistance. Yeah,
And you got a salad.
I did. Rise of the Resistance for the party is a virtual queue too, which I feel like is probably not necessary.
No, there was no one there.
Yeah. Like Oga's is just like walk in and it's empty. We did not do any character meet and greets.
Oh no,
Yeah. I mean,
I didn't see any characters. Was any character there?
the first party, they only had like 2 characters, I think, or maybe 3. And so then, after like all the negative feedback and everything, they brought in like way more characters. But I say way more. It's like they doubled the characters that they had.
So like 4. Wait, who was
Or
supposed to be
6,
there?
8, I don't
Was
know.
Max there?
Max was there.
Was it Powerline Max?
I think it was Okay, don't quote me. I think Powerline
I'm
Max
going to
was
quote you
there.
on this. This is news.
Phineas and Ferb.
What? Where were they?
They're around Echo Lake.
Who cares?
Chip and Dale were there. I think Snow White was there.
I don't remember seeing anybody.
We didn't see anybody.
Yeah, I don't like,
because we spent all of our time on Sunset Boulevard because that's where everything was, and
well, we just like
we
Sunset
spent
Boulevard.
half an hour in
Also,
the Tower of Terror.
Any final thoughts on
No,
this?
I have a lot of final thoughts.
A lot of final thoughts? Well, I'm still like, I think, unfortunately, a lot of our opinion of this party was shaped by the fact that we got backstage basically.
Yeah,
at
and that is
Tower
like
of Terror.
something I wanted to ask is,
If that
okay, so
if that weren't there, I don't know if I would have like.
here's the thing.
I still had fun, but like,
I love parties.
I love parties. I love gift shops.
I love the parties.
Do you?
I do love the parties.
Yeah, I know you
I know
do.
they're expensive, but I love the parties.
Shocking statement of fact.
And
Wait, do you like buying stuff at Disney World?
yes.
What?
How'd you know?
Oh my gosh, this is a new revelation for me that you like
and
buying
that is a
shit.
complaint I have.
Oh, they had one thing
They
you could buy.
had
You had a
one
shirt.
Jollywood Nights item, and it was a T-shirt.
That's
And
why I think it's like an afterthought.
I
Like,
mean, I bought it, but
well, even the person that was
I hope it fits.
the person that was like running the line was like,
Mm-hmm.
"This is the one thing we have." Like it was like very snarky, kind of like, "This is the one thing
Yeah.
our one offering is this shirt."
Yeah,
So it definitely
and
felt
there was
like,
a line for it.
This definitely felt like a test of like
Mm-hmm.
how can we do a party in Hollywood studios.
Yeah,
That's all it felt like to me.
and I mean, not all of them sold out. Like the party we went to was not sold out, but
That was on a Monday though, wasn't it, or a Sunday?
it was a
Sunday?
Monday.
It was a Monday.
It was a Monday.
That's got to be a weird day to do a party.
I
though.
know, like the 16th, 18th, and 20th parties sold out though.
I mean,
I mean,
in
Hollywood
terms of,
Studios is the best park for Christmas
I
decorations,
we
anyways.
said that last year because like when we were there last year, I'm like, this park crushes for Christmas in a way that Magic Kingdom cannot.
Yeah.
Just because of the sheer scale of Magic Kingdom, it's like it's only decorated
Well,
in
plus
Main
it's
Street.
just all those old classic Christmas decorations.
like the whole-
that like you see in a small town when you're driving through, like I grew up in.
When you're around Gertie, you see all like the little adverts of like
And like the
Santa
baubles
Claus.
on the lake.
Yeah, it's like it's just so much simpler to do Hollywood Studios up in Christmas theme versus a bigger park.
Right.
And they don't have to do Star Wars Land just because it's Star Wars and it would make sense unless they did Life Day.
Well, they should do Life Day.
I mean, no brainer. And then they don't do anything for Toy Story Land either, which is weird.
No, they do. Like, I mean, like
I don't remember
Buzz
seeing
and
anything
Woody
there.
were in their Santa or their
No, in
Christmas
terms of like, I'm
costumes.
talking about like decorations.
Well, they already have like the Christmas lights up. That's strung
guess.
across, So, and then like outside of like Woody's lunchbox or Toy Story Mania or something, they've got like the big ham sugar cookie and he's got his Santa hat on.
I don't know, it's just to get the coverage that they want. That's the easiest park, obviously, to do a canvas of like we're going to do all Christmas, and it feels like it's so much more because it's so much smaller.
Yeah.
And then they like when you relegate the whole party pretty much to Hollywood or Sunset Boulevard, it makes it a lot easier. But it's a no brainer to have more parties. Like it would be so much better to do a Halloween party there, I think.
Yeah.
And cavalcades.
And
like,
you could still do the Nightmare Before Christmas sing along, and you've already got that set up.
Yeah.
Like,
you could do like basically a mini Oogie Boogie bash kind of thing.
yeah, but we're not here to talk about what could be. We're here to talk about what is.
That's where it's going to go because I'm going to complain about stuff because it's Disney. What am I going to do? I'm going to complain.
Why?
Just because I have thoughts. If like you're going to charge people an arm and a leg to go to these parties, it's you need to like have a few more offerings.
That is another negative. Is like this party is very expensive. I mean, like it is just as expensive as the other parties. Yet it's an hour shorter, and you don't get all the like freebies.
You also could have been utilizing. I'm saying you just maybe another show because you have Indies Theater to do something huge if you wanted to. That's a massive theater. They could do something cool there.
Well, I could see them not wanting to have to like change anything in
I
that
know.
theater because
Well-
of the premise of the Indiana Jones show. It's all very stunt, and they have to think about the safety of their cast members. And if they go in like messing stuff around like every night or something,
I'm sure that thing can easily be swapped around.
I don't know. I mean, like they won't even do the show if it's raining.
I don't know. I'm just saying there's more amphitheaters there that they can actually utilize.
Well, and there are more theaters.
Yeah.
There are theaters throughout the whole park.
You could do another. They could do a different Muppets Christmas 3D movie.
Yeah.
During the
We
time.
also didn't go to Animation Courtyard at all either, and I think
What was
that
there?
I think there might have been like a special like Disney Junior dance party.
I don't want to see that.
Who does?
Anyways,
different
final
one.
thoughts.
I'm
Take us
not
home.
done yet.
Oh my God! What do you have to talk about?
Why do you always try to rush me?
I'm not trying to rush you. Like we're just dawdling. I'm driving off the course. I'm a madman right now.
You are a madman right now, but I can edit it all out.
What else do you have to say?
Okay, so
So the thing is,
I loved the party.
preach. Keep going.
I cried twice
Cried twice. Keep going.
in good ways.
What are the bad ways?
Being upset and crying. I was happy, joyful,
Spilled my ice
overwhelmed
cream.
cry. But if you take out the Tower of Terror and our experience there,
A unique experience at Tower of Terror.
a very unique experience, do you think it was a good party?
I think it was fine. I don't think it was worth the price because you're not giving. If you had given like free soda and popcorn like the other ones or something, I think it would have been fine. But it's like, guys, you have this stuff. Just like, why aren't you giving this? All the other parties have something like this. You're just giving us coasters that I'm probably gonna forget we have.
I don't even know where mine are.
Mine are in the.
I know where yours are. I don't know where mine are.
They're probably in your bag somewhere.
Probably.
But it's like these parties. If you're a pass holder, especially if you're a pass holder, it's definitely super overpriced. You should give like a massive discount if you have.
Well, and that's like one of the weird things too.
It should be
It's
like $40 if you have a pass.
that's a steep discount.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm gonna gut that shit.
So like for this party,
It's like $180, isn't it?
For this party, for Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party and Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party, the AP or DVC discount is $10 per ticket. But here's the thing, for the after hours party, which is like the same price as the others, it's a $30 or $40 discount per ticket.
These parties used to be $100.
But at the same time, the after hours party is only 3 hours.
Yeah. It's like 4 hours and like it's $180.
3.
3 hours and it's $180.
For the after hours. Jollywood Nights was 4 hours and the price range was like $159 to $179 depending on the
You
night.
can cut, like for AP people, you cut this down to a tight $50. I'm happy.
That they're not going to do that. But
Well,
I do agree with you, and I remember
it's insanely overpriced.
when the Halloween parties were only like $100.
Yeah, it was $100.
And the expensive nights were like $139. And now it's like the starting price is like $139.
You're just not getting that much out of it, I don't think. Because you're not riding the rides usually. Because some of those parties that are after hours, you go specifically because the lines are going to be short.
Well, and that's kind of like, honestly, I was talking to like another travel agent about this. I like the after hours parties better than I like the Halloween party or the Christmas party, because one of the advantages of doing one of the parties is the low wait times.
Yeah.
And the after hours party, it's like you're not having to like think about like, oh, well, let me go do the show. Let me check out these special fireworks.
Yeah, we were on like
parade.
a schedule of like, we have to see this, we have to see this.
I need to stop at all of these stations and get cookies.
I need to see the Headless Horseman.
Right.
I need to see the Sanderson sisters.
And
it's like you have obligations.
So it's just like, okay, here's 3 hours, go.
To hit
So you were not there
shows.
for the Magic Kingdom after hours party because you were sick. So it's just me and the kids.
Yeah.
And we did so much in Magic Kingdom.
Yeah.
So much. And I think we got about 13 rides done during the after hours party, you know, because of how low the wait time was and everything. Yeah. And they were so well behaved. But like, but then on top of all that, you get the free ice cream, free popcorn, free sodas and bottled water. And they have it set up so well that even if it's a long line, you're through that line within 2 minutes.
Yeah.
You know?
Those are cheaper and more worth it, I think. Just because you definitely feel obligated, like, I have to do these shows.
Yeah, because that's what you're paying for.
Yeah, you're paying for shows, which is kind of like, like, I'm not as into shows as you are. I like the Muppets one just because I got to see Kermit and Piggy.
Yeah.
But they weren't the main focus. They were there for like 10% of the show, I feel like, you know. So I was expecting, like, I just want all the Muppets. Sue me. That's all I wanted. But there was like a lot of song and dance, and I was like, this is fine. But for me, I'm like, I want Kermit and Piggy.
I loved it.
Now, I know you loved it. And then the other one, I was expecting a little bit more, and then
I was expecting a little bit more from Nightmare Before Christmas, but like you said, if people were singing,
I think if we had a rowdy crowd, like a ruckus crowd, like it would have been nice.
It would have been a lot better.
But the one time I'm like,
but it was still cool to see Oogie Boogie and the Jack Skellington big puppet thing so much closer. You know,
I mean, I think if those are your two main shows and you're not offering too many other, like, well, we get like the band. There's a couple bands playing, but it's just, I think if
again with the 4 hour time limit,
you're on a time crunch,
and because of the half hour we spend in the Tower of Terror, which I mean, I would take that above everything else.
If we didn't have the Tower of Terror,
we didn't even go to the commissary lane.
If we didn't have the Tower of Terror thing, I don't think it would have been. I would have been like, it's fine.
I agree.
That is tainting my view in a more positive light, if that makes sense. So,
but here's the thing: that Tower of Terror thing would not happen under any other circumstance.
Well, I could see if it was the end of the night and we were taking pictures like a bunch of weirdos.
Oh, if it was end of night, they're not going to ask you back there because they're like, we want you to get through this ride so we can go home.
Brandon would let us back.
Brendan, B-R-E.
Not Brandon?
Brendan.
Brendan would let us back there. If he saw us really excited about taking pictures, he'd be like, let's get these guys
We're
back
like,
here.
these are some of the most inconsiderate people in my life when the park is closed and
Okay,
they're the last
say it
people
was
in
like an
line.
after hours party and we're just there. No
Yes.
one's there.
Okay. If
Yes.
it's an after hours party, but at the same time, if it's an after hours party, there's still going to be a little bit of a line there, just because there's not other things for people to do other than
all the
ride
stars
rides.
aligned for us to go do that.
Yes.
When we're probably never going to be able to do that again.
Yeah.
I just don't see anyone.
Unless we do Jollywood Nights again.
Oh boy. Unless
Try to recreate that magic. Be like, hey, what night is Brendan working? Let
Where's
me buy that
Brendan?
ticket.
when's Brendan at the Haunted Mansion to break it down so we could just walk through the
No, he's
graveyard.
exclusive to Tower of Terror.
We need to get that in, like someone like a Brendan in the Haunted Mansion to throw a cog in the mix and just break the ride.
It was a very special experience.
Yeah, and I think if that didn't happen, I don't think it would have been as positive in my head. But that is all I can think about.
And like I said, I still need to write my email to
You need
guest
to write
services
your email. You're gonna forget.
to praise them. But just so you know, there is a place in the My Disney Experience app where you can leave a cast compliment for people. And I did that night with Brendan. I just still need to write the actual email.
Yeah, when you have a good cast member, you gotta let them know that this person is going above and beyond.
Right.
And he definitely went above and beyond. He was giving us trivia. He was letting us do whatever, which
Yeah.
I'm not sure if he should have done, but he certainly let us. And all the other cast members were like, I guess.
All the other cast members were like, Brendan's at it
Brendan's
again.
at it again.
Making magic.
We're like, look at these luggage. Look at this eagle. Look at this.
Look at this cup.
Look at this statue.
Look at this mahjong.
Look at this cup. Look at the mahjong game.
Look at this newspaper.
If that didn't happen, I think I would have been like, this is okay. I wouldn't have been as into doing that again. But I think that shaped it a lot. So, final thoughts.
I loved it.
I loved it. 5 stars.
I loved it. I do think that there are
Minus the
improvements that can be made.
A lot of them.
Have more merchandise.
Yeah.
2, make it a 5-hour party from 7 to 12.
Yeah.
Fix the food issues. Like, there is no reason people should be waiting in line that long for food. And then 3,
More
like,
characters. More fun characters. Like
have
unique.
more like gluten-free offerings for one thing. We
What
didn't
if-
even talk about the Brown Derby.
Well, like they always miss
Because, like, who
opportunities.
wants to go eat at a restaurant during the party that's going to take an hour of your time?
I think also when these parties happen, like they happen at the Moonlight Magic where they have unique characters, throw Roger Rabbit out there. Like throw some ones you never see in the park during these parties.
They do that. And then they also need to have like some food perk.
Food perk. Was there food perks anywhere? I didn't see any food.
No, they had like specialty food. No, I'm saying food perk of like, like the candy at this Halloween party, the cookies at the Christmas party. Like do something like that because that is fun to do at those parties. Like going through the trick or treat line or
Well,
going to get like cookies.
I'm
And
sure
they
they've
even have
gotten-
gluten-free cookies,
This definitely felt like an afterthought of like, let's just throw this out there and see what happens. I just think it was not fully hashed out in terms of what they were going to do. So I think if they do this again next year, it'll be.
They definitely built it up a lot more.
Well, I think if it's the first time they're doing a party like this, it's a learning curve.
Yeah.
So
I mean, we planned our whole trip around this party
yeah. So
because like they announced it. I was like, I want to go to
you're
that
like Holly Jolly Nights.
Jollywood Nights.
Well, that was my name for it was Holly Jolly Nights.
Oh, that's not the name though.
The name is the game, friendo.
So like we went to Disney specifically because they had Jollywood Nights. It's what spurred the Disney trip in December.
You're like, ooh, a Christmas party. Let's go.
Yeah.
It's so hard to twist your arm to go to Disney.
How do you think it compared to Very Merry Christmas Party?
Well,
Keith's Very
that's
Merry.
easy for me because I don't like the Very Merry Christmas Party. So this is better.
Like at all, you don't like any of it.
I just don't. I don't care for it. It just. I think in that park, a party is too spread out for me. Mm-hmm. Whereas this, again, it's just so compact and so much easier to get around. You can get from one park side, like the front to the back, in like 10 minutes. So
Yeah.
it's easy to maneuver. And I just think it's easier to decorate and plan this park to have parties. So I don't understand why they don't do more there. And maybe they're utilizing it because they have Epcot as the festival park, MGM now maybe can be the party park because if
No, I mean, Magic Kingdom's already a party park.
I know, but I'm saying like if you could have a completely separate Halloween party there now. If I don't know if this was successful by their metrics, but like you could have a Halloween, like you could do the Oogie Boogie Bash basically there, and I think it'd be successful. I think people would love that. So I don't know.
There were a lot of people like super dressed up, which was fun to see.
Oh, there was tons of people dressed up. They were dressed to the nines. A lot of them. They were just like fancy as shit. Like so, yeah.
I also love that like when we're at Baseline. So one reason I did not get super fancy is because I kept just saying like my shoes. What shoes am I gonna wear? You know, like
it was cold too.
It was very cold because I was gonna wear a dress.
It was the one night
it
was actually cold. Like we needed jackets,
and I did not wear that because I was like I need to be warm. But you know, the whole time like I'm playing for this part, I'm just like what shoes? What shoes? What shoes? And then we're in Baseline Tap. There's a girl who she looked amazing, and she was wearing like this red velvet dress that was like fitted and everything and beautiful, and she had like a faux fur white wrap and stuff. And I looked down at her shoes and she's just wearing sneakers and I'm just like I love this. You know, just maybe next
there was
time.
A lot
and like
of people,
her boyfriend or husband or whoever was also
a lot
like
of people like just
up.
completely dressed to the nines to go to this. And I think it's a lot easier to do that. The tough thing about the Halloween party to dress up is because it's still like 100 degrees outside.
Yeah.
It's like, and by the time it gets to be night, it's still like 90, 80 degrees wearing a costume. Whereas this, you're more likely to get a night where it's like 60 degrees and you can wear a suit. Because a lot of people were wearing like suits that were like old school suits and like flapper dresses or like gowns and stuff like that. So it was interesting to see.
But then at the same time, it's a little too cold to be wearing a gown for you know.
But like, you can, well, I'm thinking more of the guys in like suits and stuff, and just there was a lot of it, which is cool because like you don't usually see that.
It was fun.
Yeah, I completely forgot about that.
All right, well, I loved it.
We know.
If they makes a few changes,
if they make a few changes, see.
Especially if they have special, like exclusive merchandise, I want to do it again.
Our balls are in your court. And also, they need to let us in the Tower of Terror again if you want us back.
You have our demands.
You have our demands.
All right. Well, there's a great big pretty okay tomorrow.
Shining.